Management. I'm your host, Carter Loesch, and we are back on campus, back where it all began, back in the WVFI studio, talking to Pete to get us into the studio, sitting down with all the lights that we have here, looking at the studio over here, watching students walk in and out, being an alumni coming back to campus, repping my Notre Dame gear, repping some Charmander gear. Check it out. But it feels so good to be back on campus. It is October 9th, 2025. And in 2 days, Notre Dame takes on NC State. And it's going to be a great one. It's going to be a fun one. Notre Dame 3-2 on its way to becoming 4-2. The gauntlet of not so great teams, but the gauntlet of absolutely must win games is on the horizon for us. And there's something in the air on this campus. I'm walking around. I just got in this morning. I'm seeing students, the crisp air, 60 degrees, 65 degrees, perfect temperature, by the way. If the world could stay at 60 to 65 degrees at all moments, you're chilling. Now, of course, I'm a little bit warm blooded now, living down south, living in Houston, now North Carolina. I do love a good 75. 75 is probably where it peaks and then there's some valleys throughout there. But it is absolutely so phenomenal to be back on campus. The students are buzzing. People are wearing their gowns and everything for their graduation coming up. Like, hey, that's in May. We got a while to go for that. Focus on your school, enjoy what you're doing. But man, it feels good to be out here, to feel it, to know that Notre Dame is going to win this week, 23-point favorite, but also in the fact that just seeing how this school has grown and improved and where it's going. There's an aura here that continues to grow from its rankings to its people. It's all about the people that you bring in. And I am just so impressed walking around campus here, seeing people studying, being focused on what is ahead of us. And you know what is ahead of us? Luckier days, happier days, more to see in the world. Now, ultimately, I'm here for this game and I'm going to be here till Sunday. I got a lot of buddies coming back, going to be able to hit some tailgates, go to Mendoza events, really just soak it in on a deeper level. I couldn't be more excited. But this is a pilgrimage where I try and do once a year, get up to campus, connect with my people, and make the most of these opportunities. And I feel like this year is going to be no different. I'm grateful to be here. I find it to be a place where I am in my element. You know how you just have those places where you feel like it is where you belong, where it is where you should be day in and day out, where your voice changes when you talk about that place or when you're there, where your steps and your walks are just a little bit more pep in your step. And I feel that here. I love it here. It really does give me the excitement. And in a place that has shown me so much disappointment, but also so much happiness. It has shown me the success and the hard work that you put in and the good moments of winning and completing a degree and making lifelong friends. And then it's also shown me the hardships of, things coming to an end, relationships coming to an end. Then you have games and your sports program losing to other programs or not being able to ultimately meet every single goal that you want. And college is a place of adversity. And I've had two stints at college now, undergrad and graduate school, and I'm a couple years out. And I think that college teaches you way more than just what an academic teaching can do. Because truth be told, I actually don't think that the classes really mean that much at the end of the day. It's the people that you meet, it's the relationships that you build, and it's the time that you put into those efforts. It's the luck management side of things. You really can feel lucky at a place like this because you're blessed, because you have the opportunity to be who you want to be and make friends that believe in those things. And, you know, this place gives you a lot of inspiration, but also at the same time, I've been talking to some people. There is an expectation when you're here. And I want to just lay that out. And I'm sure all of the listeners, most of you are probably outside of school now, but you really have to work for whatever you want. And my winding road from graduating Notre Dame to moving to Houston to now moving back to Charlotte, amidst all of the different changes personally for me, from getting a dog to working at Kahuna and then moving into this new realm of um, being home and trying to figure out getting a mortgage and establishing Charm ND more, getting thrown back and saying that I was going to have to cease and desist, to working with the office. There's a lot of adversity that comes, and you just have to be ready and willing and able to take advantage of those moments and jump into them. Um, the more courageous I am, the luckier I get. And I think that that comes in many waves. And I think that we're all like really scared at some point. We're always just waiting for these moments to pop up, or we're waiting for this opportunity that is never going to present itself unless you go and take it. And some people may not like that, but if you're not making decisions, then decisions are being made for you ultimately. And that is what has happened with this Notre Dame football program so far. Losing the first two games by a combined 4 points to Miami, the number 2 team in the country, and then Texas A&M, the number 6 team in the country. Now is still very early on in the season, and those programs need to continue to win out. But we chose a path where we lost those games, so we cannot dictate or decide how things can go. All we can do is win. So I guess we can decide to win every single game moving forward here, but all we can actually do is win. We're stuck in that position if we want to get to where we want to go. We don't have leeway. Losing to Texas A&M on a last second, touchdown by them and an extra point that we should have hit, loss. Losing to Miami at first game of the season when it feels like our program has continuously, stepped up in those big games, lost. But you know what we did? Wake up against Purdue, destroy them. Wake up against Arkansas, destroy them. Wake up against Boise State, don't destroy them, but heck of a game to still win, cover, and beat them. A team that was in the college football playoff last year, and we lose. We made some bad plays, but we end up winning by 21 points. So that's a win. A win is a win is a win. And that has to be done through CJ Carr. CJ Carr is the truth. CJ Carr will be a Heisman next year. CJ Carr shouldn't focus on that, but CJ Carr is incredible. He's a top 10 quarterback right now in college football. He's dynamic. He throws the football unlike any Notre Dame quarterback I've seen since probably Brady Quinn, and I was still super young, so I didn't really register how that looked and how that felt. He's got maturity. I've told you, he looks like Derek Jeter. He's got the Derek Jeter effect. He's gonna run this league, and he's gonna run Notre Dame football for the next 3 years. And we have that foundation. And you know what? He's got great guys behind him. He's got Jeremiah Love, best running back in the country. And then you have Jadarian Price, second best running back in the country. And so much so that they score 1 to 2 touchdowns every single week. Ain't that beautiful? I love to see that. It's a dynamic, really, really cool thing to see. But I'm juiced up for this game. We are 23.5 point favorites right here that, man, I think we could do it. but we usually this could be a letdown game. And NC State, they're 4-2. They're not very good, and they've lost some bad games, and they haven't really played anybody. But I need Notre Dame to continue to show off, show out, and it'll be a fantastic opportunity to see what we end up doing moving down the line. Because then we have USC next week. That's a big game. That's something that we can't let down, and we need to prime ourselves for this. At the same time, we have this this game here. Perfect weather moving into the fall. Are our boys ready? Is NC State going to be ready? I don't know, but I know I'm ready. And I got some great seats. Got my guys Cornejo, the Rizzler coming back. I got my guy Jack Decker, the Deck Man. Theo, shout out Theo. Really excited to just be together, hang out here, and enjoy it. Um, amidst that, there are changes. It feels like a change up here. Moving into fall, it's still 70, 80 degrees in Charlotte. And coming up here, you see more of the leaves changing. You see people in sweatshirts, and it's this evolving of the leaves coming down. I like it. I think it's necessary. I think it's absolutely crucial that things can't stay the same and things don't. Now, things are cyclical and they can come back around, but nothing is ever constant. And there's beauty in that. Now, if you're like, I just want everything to be constant, then you're running into some issues there. But I find peace and solace in the ability of knowing that there is calm and that there is change coming in this new environment. And so I look forward and I'm excited to see what this new fall brings. And I know I haven't done too many interviews and I know I've been sporadic, but I've been not doing the interviews because I don't feel like I've been able to bring forth the best content. Content about myself, content about luck management. I really haven't done too much about luck management. It's been more personal things to my life, and I haven't really interviewed people, and I've gotten out of it. And I keep saying that I'm going to come back to it, but I ultimately don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I need to rebrand or change something up. And um, I mean, if you look at the playbook, like the playbook's great. I've had some amazing Notre Dame people on, and it is something special. And it's like, oh, keep playing the hits, but I like the change. I like the constant ability to do something a little bit different. So I am I am of this nature right now that I am thinking that if I'm able to get juiced up again, get this podcast going again, and really have some core topics that I want to talk about, then I'm going to do it. Because you seem to stay here and listen to me, and I really, really appreciate it. But I I need to get in a mode, right? Get back to all right. You guys just don't want to hear my words all the time. Talk to some other people because I could be a broken record. I mean, I could tell you again that I'm quitting nicotine again. Like, heard that one before. Cyclical, but this time it's actually happening. So we got this. I'm 4 days completely nothing. AYO. Um, but at the same time, like I want new things for you guys and I want to produce new things and I want to follow passion. I'm getting to the age and I'm getting to the point where I am just done doing things out of a lack of passion. I am so excited to to do what I want to do and being in this studio gives me excitement. Talking to people that have that experience gives me so much excitement. And I am going to be doing this from a place of truth. I'm going to try and do it from a place of acceptance in knowing that things aren't the same as they were, but also how can I make it better? And how can I actually do this program and make you guys feel and know that it is quality, that you guys want to listen to this sort of stuff. Because I don't want to contribute or make something that isn't good for you guys or that you guys want to just turn off. I want to do something that is ultimately gonna get you excited to listen to it each week. And I want to get on a schedule. Um, the year from 28 to 29 for me has been really, really focused on like, okay, what do I ultimately want? And like fixing, creating habits and following through where I don't think I was very good at it or it was a lack of discipline. And I heard an interesting stat like men don't fully mature until they're 42. Like, how many times can we keep pushing that number back? And I think that's honestly true. It's possibly true. I'm not the best at being organized at all moments, but I need to find a little bit more structure and discipline and really kind of go after what I want because there's an ultimate feeling that I am just waiting in the water, just going with the flow. And I'm kind of tired of that. And the people that want to hop on the ship, let's ride. And the people that don't, okay. Uh, Luck management was built on that principle of like, you might get lucky or you may get blessed, but it's the hard work that you put in before. You're not going to get to that point if you're not working towards it or utilizing it. So I've been letting life happen and I'm going to make life go. And I wish that for all of you guys. I want you guys to be able to do that. Is there a part of your life that maybe you're not working out as much? Is there a part of life where you're disconnected with your family members? I would say, what do you find important? Love who loves you, go towards what is grabbing you, and push for what you want. There's nobody out here that's going to do it differently. And truth be told, people are pretty selfish. And when you think that everything is going to go exactly how you planned, you better get ready. God laughs at your plans. So just know that I'm going through struggles, and that if you're going through struggles, like you're not alone. Um, but it's this improvement. It's this chapter in the book. It's everything's good on the outside, or if these are the worst problems that I have in my life, then damn, I live a really, really great life. And I truly do. And I'm excited to see where it takes us. Um, we're living in a time where the world is very uncertain, where what is real and what isn't. But one thing I've come to know is that you are what you feed yourself. You are what you eat. You are what you buy into and allow. If you want to be on social media all the time and get into Trump derangement syndrome or get get on the leftist train or become an anti-war person or become a full war hawk, whatever you consume becomes what you are. So be very careful on what you consume and what do you want? Go for it. There's no more time to do this. I will be honest with you. These last 10 years, I guess from 18 to 28, they've been so fast. I mean, they've been long in the moments, but so fast when you just look at them. And there's just no time. So please just go for what you want and do what you want because how long can you just sit here and just allow this to happen when you have so much you can contribute? But I may be in the wrong here too. Maybe you are fully following your passion and I'm the one that isn't. This is I'm following my passion as I hop onto this podcast, but it- I feel like I'm a good story for this because at the same time, I am somebody that loves this podcast. I love doing it, but it's hard for me to get on it every week now because I get bought into going on stocks or having to go do something on my phone or be on social media. And I'm like, okay, where are your priorities? I'm running out of time. And this was something that was so special to me. So why don't you do it? So I am on a new crusade and I'd like you all to join me in, write down 3 to 5 things that you really love, that you want to pursue, and that you think you can be good at, that give you joy in a world where if you're watching the news all the time or you're seeing things, there's not a lot of joy out there. So bring yourself some joy. Only you can do that. Nobody can make you happy, and find those moments that'll give you grace, opportunity for growth, and fulfillment. I think if we look at this traditional way of how things should be, it's not right. It's not a real thing. I have always thought, hey, I have to get married by this moment. I need to be with this type of person. I need to make this much money. As you just get older, it's like, what are you doing this all for? The structure in a world where everyone wants you to fit into the mold, but the only way that you're going to be yourself is if you actually break out of that mold. Nobody wants that just cookie cutter way of life. Even if you think you do, you get into it, you don't really want that. And I'm fighting through that right now. But I'm so glad that I have the ability to fight through it. I'm Look at me. I'm a white boy that loves EDM music, does podcasts, and is currently getting over a nicotine addiction. Like, I am the quintessential white boy that someone would look at and be like, ah, your life's so easy. And yet I'm on here talking about, hey, this is kind of hard. And that's okay. But we all have our own issues. We all have our own problems that we got to go through. And I'm glad that I get to go through them. Have to get to. So, I mean, let's be real. Sometimes it's real shitty to say, oh, I get to do this. Like, no, nobody ever wants to go through some of these issues and stuff, but you get to. So, real happy to have these moments here and actually be in the studio. Like, I feel inspired. I feel ready to take on some new things that I think I've been avoiding for a little while. And that's not easy. The people pleasing tendency in me and the expectations of what everybody wants. I start to realize and get older and know that nobody is really trying to change anything about me, or nobody is deciding how my life is. And I am just living in a complete small structure of this is how it should be. No, F that. If people want to be with me, if people want to enjoy me, if people want to love me, then they do that. Now, if people want to end up being even closer to me because of who I am, awesome. I welcome that and I can't wait to live and enjoy and grow with that truth. But it takes time. And we're all on this journey together. It's luck management. You're going to get lucky at some of those moments and you're going to fail at some of those moments, but you got to just follow the thread that's right in front of you. Stop trying to do this or hey, how is this going to turn out or how is that going to turn out? I You don't know. Just follow what is important to you. Follow what your heart is telling you and you will end up okay. I I can say that for sure. And maybe you may not end up okay right in the moment, but I promise you in due time you will end up where you need to go. That's the half glass full. That's the optimism in me and I'm grateful for that. It gives you a little bit more of a chance to be authentic to yourself. And it's crazy. I mean, at 28 years old, going into 29, I'm still figuring out what authenticity is. I'm still trying to figure out the words to say when someone talks to me and how I formulate it in the right way to convey my message. I am still going day in and day out to saying, who do I want to be or who is Carter Loesch? And I ask you to say that about yourself. Like, who do you want to be? How do you want to be remembered? Even if it's not through social media or becoming famous or stuff like that. I had this idea that, oh, maybe I'll become famous because of this. I'm not doing that because of this, but I'm just doing it because I want to be able to share, help, and grow with a couple of people that know that struggles are out there, that people are going through stuff, and that I can be a cool person to help you learn and grow. So really excited to be back on campus. I think there's going to be some additional videos, things coming out about luck management and how Notre Dame is still just an inspiration in my life. And I can't wait to continue to do this. And, I'm not going to just sit here and say, hey, I promise it's going to be this, or I promise I'm going to be doing 80 interviews a day. But I got some time on my hands. I have some changes coming up, and I'm excited for you guys to be a part of them. I would love a little bit of feedback, ideas, but once again, asking for feedback. I mean, you guys are all busy doing your own life. So as long as you listen, give a like, give a review, tell me what you think. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Also, at the same point, get some Charm ND. I'm going to be on campus all week right by the Basilica. Check out some of the products that we have, all incredible products. And as always, keep living the luck management lifestyle. Peace.